Yeah, the whole intro thing there got way out of sync. I don't know what the hell's going on. I don't know if I just talked over a video of, or did we talk over the intro sequence? You can see Starsky has made it there. I don't know what the hell just actually happened, but I do know how to resolve it. We'll just tick it right over to Starsky because there's a lot of things going on.
Hello, friends.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, he's back.
Oh,
Hey, I think we almost got you back.
there
we go.
All right, because because my connection sucks, so video not work properly as well as everything else. Yeah, but we have quite some news to talk about, and please let me know if I disappear. Okay.
Absolutely. Can you hear us?
Hello.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
yeah.
Good to go.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's freaking crazy. It's hot here. Yeah, it's 37 Celsius in the shade. I saw personally 69 in the sunlight. You don't usually measure temperature in the sunlight because it makes no sense, but it's 69. And this week was absolutely crazy. So the most recent update that we have is that two crucial bridges in Crimea were hit today. And what this means is those bridges were used by Russians to deliver their troops and ammunition. So obviously they will have problems using them. One of the bridges collapsed. The other one has a huge hole. Maybe they will be able to repair it soon, but currently they're unable to deliver everything they want to deliver using that bridge. Also, yesterday, Russians decided to conduct another massive missile strike on Ukrainian cities using their like all kinds of missiles they have, plus Shahed drones made by Iranian terrorists. They failed bad because out of 67 targets that were flying towards Ukraine, 57 were intercepted. The rest hit civilian structures. We know, unfortunately, that several civilian buildings were damaged. Also, Motor Siege, it's a Ukrainian factory producing motors for helicopters and airplanes, also was hit by a single missile, which means that the damage is not crucial. And before that, we know that 2 Russian ships expired. Olenegorski Gornyak, Russian troop carrier, was hit by unrecognized naval drone. Not sure if it was already recognized. Maybe not. I cannot talk for the military intelligence of Ukraine. I can talk as a observer. And we also know that Russian ship Zig, used to transfer fuel for the Russian aviation, was also hit by naval strike drone. Currently, the troop carrier that was hit several days ago, it's docked. There are several Russian ships kind of holding it. They're docked on both sides of this ship. There are 3 Russian vessels that are trying to hold this ship in place because it leans on one side very, very bad. I think that commander knows what it means. And another one will not be used. The Sig tanker, that ship that carried fuel for the Russian aviation, it was probably the biggest and most capable Russian tanker that they've had in their fleet, and it basically expired. Situation here in my location is more or less calm, I would say. The only thing that we can hear is basically a lot of strikes on Russian positions. That's what I can hear from my location. I can hear our troops using the cluster munitions on Russian troops. And also in my sector, there's a lot of Russian helicopters flying every day and every night. Very annoying because they're hunting for our armored vehicles and tanks. But other than that, it's more or less fine.
The in the news, there's a lot of stories about back and forth and whatnot with fight and push. The one I think a lot of people are very interested in right now is the situation with grain.
Yeah. So regarding the grain, Russians decided to destroy the infrastructure, the naval infrastructure, South Ukraine, in Odessa specifically, Kherson and Mykolaiv, because they want to sell the grain that was stolen in Ukraine, because otherwise people in Africa, for example, who require this grain to survive, they won't be able to find it anywhere. And Ukraine was supplying grain to multiple countries. And if we don't have such, let's say, capability to deliver this grain via the sea, then Russians will be able to do that. They will be basically selling stolen Ukrainian grain in order to raise some of the sanctions that were provided against Russia for being terrorists. So it's kind of funny. But it's tragic at the same time because, as we can see, Russians are acting as some fucking ISIS in this case.
Yeah, very much so. Anybody want to jump in there before we've already got a few shout outs we can do and stuff, but
after shout outs, we do
Yeah.
have a few questions already. There's a few questions already in the room if you want.
Sure,
Well, I'd
sure.
like to address one thing he was talking about with regards to the Russian landing ship that was hit. If you see it, it's lashed between three tugboats. And effectively, what they're doing is keeping it afloat. If you remove those tugboats, that thing would very likely sink. They're trying to effect repairs to the hull, temporary repairs, so they can then put it into a dry dock or something. But right now, the only thing keeping that off the bottom is the three tugboats it's lashed to.
We're having a real strange issue with the tech. We use an open source peer-to-peer chat thing for the shows on the Shills, and it's literally breaking with the whole connection with Starlink and everything because it's peer-to-peer, and Starsky's connection is a little bit weak. And so going forward, I think we'll have to use Teams to make sure this is a little bit easier, because like right now Dunk will join and he can hear me, but he can't hear Starsky talking, and it's just shitting the bed in the background. Right? It can't handle it. It's really annoying, and I'm laughing so that I don't scream my fucking head off is what I'm doing here right now. So let's Dunk, are you there? Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I do hear you. You want to grab a few shout outs there while it's actually working?
Okay. Wow. Well, my mouth isn't going up and down, so that's broken. Never mind. Yvonne Way. Well, hello. Member for 2 months. Sends in 5 CHFs. What's those? Can't remember.
Me amounts.
Wait. What's that?
They're money amounts.
Swiss francs.
Swiss
Yeah.
francs. Thank you. That's it. That's the one. Thank you. Yeah. Sorry, this technology has thrown me off guard. Philip Titner sends in $5 aside from the Battlefront, and you're in my thoughts, Andrew. If anyone wants to see the trizub on the statue, I did my latest vlog from Kiev about it. Do you want to see that? I don't know. That's it. That's so far.
Okay, and there was a direct donation that I haven't been able to deal with and put in the rooms or anything. From YouTube user Willow. It's translated into Canadian 31.96. I don't know what it was or anything, because PayPal's just that helpful. It's really, really good. Thank you so much. No, but thanks for the big donation. That's awesome. We know exactly where to put that and what fund it goes. I think we should see. I don't even know if Dave's in there still, but we'll see if between Dave and Claire we've got some viewer interaction and stuff.
Sure, we're gonna try. Yeah. I don't know if you can go first if you like, Claire.
No, go ahead. I'm glad you're there. Dave.
I'm glad you're here. We're
Dave.
so happy together. We should get married.
We're so
anyway, so
here just to get divorced, it would be a real kick here.
No. We're not Starsky about that. Jada is asking, Janine is saying, are you in Ukraine now? This is a question for Jeannie. Oh, right. Excellent. I think Janine, excuse me, is now in Ukraine. I don't think Starsky has managed to meet up and see her or anything like that.
Yeah, so actually we met with Janine and Sam Williams all together right before we departed. Janine is now in the neighboring oblast helping Ukrainian soldiers. And we had tattoos made at the same time.
Oh, cool.
In the same place. Yeah. So we all made tattoos to celebrate our meeting, which was really, really cool. And actually yesterday Russians were hitting the location where Janine is stationed with everything they've had. They used drones, they used cruise missiles, ballistic missiles, and S-300 missiles, and artillery.
Fucking
so
orcs.
It was pretty hard. Yeah, it was pretty hard in her location. but we talked today. She is fine, and everything will be okay.
Good to hear.
So awesome.
Yeah, I think Nick vanished from the face of the earth. So we're going to play a game this show. How many circles disappear before there is none? I mean, it's just...
Oh, no.
Okay, so I'm going to try to plug a hole in the background here. No. You got your mind in the wrong place. I think we were turning to viewer actions, and that means I can shut up and try to fix a thing in the background. I'll do that now.
Excellent. I'm going to give you more work to do as well. There's a poll that Raven has inadvertently submitted. Question for Starsky. Which do you think will happen first? Ukraine takes back Crimea or Putin is assassinated? Place your bets.
Logically, I think we will return Crimea before he's assassinated. Wow, and you guys just appeared on my screen because my internet speed is something like 300 kilobytes per second, something like that. Logically, this happens because I don't believe that Putin should be assassinated. At this point, he is the one orders assassinations of people, of different Russian oligarchs and other connected individuals. But maybe later we will see. I don't know.
What was the poll I was supposed to do again? I was actually clicking buttons, and you pretty much wasted your breath telling me.
Sweat.
Yeah.
Oh, good. What will happen first? Ukraine takes back Crimea or Putin is assassinated?
Okay.
Oh, good. There's another question here from Robski. Hello to you. Lots of regulars in. Are the French scalp missiles exactly the same as the British Storm Shadow? I heard that they might have a slightly extended range. Slava Ukraini. #PuckFutin.
Yeah, they are basically the same. I'm not sure about the range. Maybe it is slightly extended. We're talking not about hundreds of kilometers, but
Quick, you froze there, buddy.
I hear him though. Yeah.
Oh, I think we just lost him for a second there. We'll have to wait till his connection comes back.
I can still
how about
hear
now?
him.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, there you are, buddy.
Yeah.
All right, good.
Oh, good.
Yeah. So
Sorry,
as
you
far
were
as I
saying about
remember,
how much the British weapons better. Sorry, carry on.
So as far as I remember, they're based. The range may be a bit different, not hundreds of kilometers, maybe tens of kilometers, but as far as I remember, they even carry approximately the same amount of charge. I may be wrong, though. I hope if Commander knows better, he can correct me.
No, that echoes my information about those systems. They're roughly equivalent.
Yeah, roughly, just a little bit ahead of the French. Yeah, just a little.
Okay, we'll grant you that.
Yeah. We have another one in here from Raven. Raven loves asking his questions. At any point you want to take over from me, this is fantastic. You could just end up just having your own podcast, Raven. Question for Starsky. What strategies has the Ukrainian army been using to demine territory fields? How effective is this? What would be better?
So currently, there is nothing more effective than demining equipment that is delivered to Ukraine by our allies, which is either I don't know how you call them, like plows that are being carried by tanks on the front to demine the area, and also the line that is being shot across the minefield, and then it explodes, detonating the mines. Those are the most effective ones, but we need, unfortunately, more of them because Russians built quite an impressive, let's say, minefields, quite impressive minefields, using the time that they've had. So that is a big problem. As you understand, when you use combined troops, you need to have tanks to provide, you need to have armored vehicles to provide covering fire from the troops. You need vehicles to deliver troops the area to the point. You need to have tanks to suppress the Russian troops in the position, in the trenches, to suppress their positions. It's very hard to use those vehicles while there's mines. So the rabbits stuck in the minefield approximately like a month or 2 months ago, right? So it's something that we should consider, and Russians build a lot of those. Basically, that is the main advantage the Russians have on the battlefield, because we need to use our demining equipment, demining vehicles, or use smaller groups. Also, if we bring vehicles, Russians have again a lot of anti-tank guided missiles that are actively used. And one thing that they have, which we don't have, is they have a lot of artillery shells. I talked to one of our infantry guys the other day. He said that during his battle mission, let's say, he was walking alone across the field, and Russians were firing mortar shells, 120 millimeter mortar shells at a single Ukrainian soldier, which is completely insane from the standpoint of artillerists, because you usually you can use mortars against group targets, at least 4 men and more, but they can do that because they still have a lot of shells. So that's what I was talking about previously. We should not have illusions that if Russia is depleting its artillery storage, it doesn't mean that they stopped firing completely.
Yeah. And when it comes to your more traditional artillery and shells and whatnot versus like high-tech missile devices and whatnot, aren't Russia still in a position to be able to make that stuff?
Well, from what we know, Russia is able to produce around 100 cruise missiles per month. Previously, like in the winter, it was something around 40, 70 missiles per month. Currently, it's around 100. Also, we have information that they finish constructing a drone factory. So basically, Iranian terrorists passed them the technology to produce Shahed drones on the territory of Russia, which means they don't need to deliver those drones via the sea or using cargo aviation anymore. Russians will be able to do that on their own. And also another factory is being built in Belarus. That's what we know.
That figures. A couple of shout outs I can do here. I'm so worried about all the audio and the sources and us actually coming through. I've been forgetting to copy over, but Nadav Ben Shlomo, a huge supporter around the Shills and for Ukraine, an absolutely mega supporter, threw 175 Canadian into the Boom Boom Fund. Big shout there. Big shout. Let me hit the cash button on that one. And There was also, if I can find it, Little Dickens 2 threw $25 into the Boom Boom Fund as well. That was a direct PayPal donation as well. So big shout there, Little Dickens. Thank you, thank you. And if DK is back and Dunk is all good and all, we can do some more.
Yeah, okay. Well, let me see if I can make a codswallop of this one. Aussie T has gifted 5 shore memberships. That went to M. Dow, Prepper Nation H. Preparation H. Get it?
I love it.
Right. Bon Voyage 78, Asa, and Big Red. They're all gifted memberships. Well done, Aussie T. Little spanker, you. And we also have was that more? Oh no, I can't figure that one out. But yeah, we have Royal Castriota sent $10. Starsky's internet is as fast as a larder. Yes, I don't know. I think it's more like, oh dear. Kay Hansen, yeah, Trabant, yeah, cardboard. Trabant, sorry, Kay Hansen. It's a new member. Gifted more Shills memberships to David K. Tora Haruko, B.T. Dunker, and Pierre Corbett, and Jada were all gifted memberships by Kay Hansen. Thank you very much. Aussie T, you naughty little monkey, has been back again. Has gifted another 5 memberships to Ambitious One, June G, John Boy, and Geo's Girl, and Huge G, all gifted by Aussie T, you naughty little monkey.
Nice, man. Nice. And yeah, I think we're good and caught up there. We should probably get right to the viewers to see what's going on in the minds of everybody.
Absolutely, why not? There's another lovely question here from Martin. I wonder if Statsky, I will say Statsky because I don't know whether the rest of the question is that's going to be a worthy pun. I wonder if Statsky has feedback on how the guys of 3CY like the 155mm cluster munitions. Does that have a stat reference? I don't know.
Uh-oh.
The feedback on how the guys of 3C White
3CY like the 155mm cluster munitions.
Cluster munitions are very, very nice. From what I see, because I monitor a lot of videos made by our artillery guys. We call them artists because it's easier than to pronounce artillerists. You can break your tongue while saying this. From their videos, they're doing a great job. I wish we had more of those. One thing I want to mention is Human Rights Watch. There is this very beautiful organization that condemned Ukraine for using cluster munitions, defending from the unprovoked invasion of a foreign country, which makes absolutely no sense. I think that Human Rights Watch is basically it has the same roots as fucking International Red Cross that I hate with all my heart for being a fucking dog shit. So that's the thing. I cannot tell you more about cluster munitions because I'm not an artillerist. But from what I know, we only have good feedback from our artillerists. We only need more of them.
Yeah. Because if there's one thing we know, it doesn't matter what gets sent to Ukraine. As long as it's weaponry, it will be used properly in no time. Just send that shit over. Don't worry about it.
It's extremely effective against Russian infantry. Again, from my location, I can hear those cluster munitions being used like all day long.
Yeah. There was another direct donation sent in. I'll shout it out here. Stephen Alaska, Mr. Walsh, love you. $127 Canadian, right to the Kaboomy Fund. I like that. That makes it cool. Thank you there, Stephen. Thank you very much. Another somebody that's just a massive supporter around here for the channel, Ukraine, and everything we're trying to do. So big thanks there. Big thanks. I'll go back over.
I got a quick question, if you don't mind. You know, it's a normal one, a serious one. Yeah, Starsky, I've been hearing one of the things that have been troubling the advance into the Russian territories is the fact that the amount of minefields they've got laid, just making it very, very difficult to advance. So I heard they're being very, very sneaky, like even stacking two mines on top of each other, so they can blow holes out through underneath the tank. So, how are you guys handling that? Is there some way you can deal with the minefields in some decent way?
Yeah, I think we already talked about it. We need a lot of demining vehicles, and we also need a lot of at least artillery, let's say artillery munition to suppress Russians while those minefields are being demined with those vehicles. And it would be perfect if we had the combat air support while doing this. You see the difference between the Ukrainian and let's say the US army in this case is that US army relies big time on its aviation. Like, if you guys don't know, the first strongest air force in the world is US Air Force. Second world's strongest air force is US Navy. So just so you could understand, that's why when the US troops are attacking enemy positions, they can rely on the air support, and mines don't make such a big threat to them. In our case, we have little to none air support while attacking Russian positions.
Yeah.
And it's while Russians do have them, they have plenty of attack helicopters. Again, there's plenty of them flying here. So those helicopters are patrolling in the air day and night in order to prevent those attacks. That's why it takes so much time and so much effort. Unlike Russians, we cannot just send thousands of people into meat attacks because we value every soldier. We understand that there is a lot of work to be done. That's why we cannot allow ourselves to lose a lot of men, because we still have to take back Crimea and Donbass and make sure Russians will never attack us again.
You could always send over the Russian prisoners you've captured over the minefields with big heavy boots on, just to check, to see if there are any there.
Along that line, I was thinking what we could do is grab Steven Seagal and we clone him and we just march him out into the fields and just watch him go pop, 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 pop. And then you got a bunch of mines cleared. I mean, it's just Steven Seagal. Who fucking cares anyway?
In fact, yeah, just get all the actors in Hollywood. Just get them all just to run across the minefields. I'll be happy with that. Go for it.
Yeah, we gotta find, that some of the Russian specialists of contactless combat using Orthodox cross, maybe they can do that. Maybe we can capture some of them and they can do that magic, remotely and demine everything. We will see.
I was going to type this in the chat, but we need a Steven Seagal gag where we walk him out into a minefield and watch him go pop. It would be hilarious. We'll animate him like a bobblehead wind-up toy that just goes. Doo, 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 doo. We got to have that. If anybody out there is good at that kind of thing, let us know, because Dunk and I are lazy.
We have way too much time on our hands.
There was something here. As I understand it now, Starsky, Russia has rejected South African President Cyril, whatever his name is, request that Lavrov attend the summit instead of Putin. And the announcement was, we realized we were bound by the Rome Statute, but we cannot invite someone and then arrest them. We would be happy if Putin did not come. I mean, I love hearing that kind of thing. You know, at least there's more and more political leader types in the world speaking more and more clearly about things instead of trying to hide behind the rhetoric when it comes to political nonsense in this situation. Do you think so?
Yeah, absolutely. Funniest thing is that in 2023, Putin made 0 legal visits to other countries since the warrant from the International Crime Court was issued.
Yeah. Ozzy T, another big supporter around here, huge. Tossed $100 Canadian into the Boom Boom Fund. So big shout to you, Ozzy T. Thank you very much. Here, let me hit my little button. And because it's always worth a good celebration when somebody's chipping directly into the fund there. Thank you.
I think that's worth just more than a couple Boom Booms.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. You know what? I need a bigger sort of thing for, like, you know, the really, you know, because all my gags are to make fun of people. Right? Yeah, exactly. You know, like where's the sad horn? I don't even know where that's. I've moved all my sad. Yeah, there we go. I've moved all my buttons around. I can barely even find them. I'm still learning new muscle memory here. But thank you there, Ozzy T. Thank you very much. Let's turn to a few more viewer things here, there, and you know, make sure we get everybody involved.
You guys are so great. Avon instead of Raven. Maybe it was Raven that asked this question. They're just pretending to be somebody else now. Question for Starsky. Navalny received 19 more years in prison. Is Navalny doomed to die in prison? Under what circumstances do you see Navalny getting out of prison early?
There are cases when prisoners were liberated from Russian prisons, cases that also happened before the big invasion, so I don't think it's impossible. But frankly, I don't really care about Navalny, guys. It's like, you know, I don't see him being released before this war is finished, basically.
Yeah.
And just in case for any viewers don't know, he was basically, correct me if I'm wrong, isn't he like one of the oppositions to Putin in the Russian government?
Yeah,
The
yeah,
many
because
oppositions.
because there are, like, actually there's quite a few Russians that are dissatisfied with Putin over the years. People who used to travel abroad and rest, like in Europe, for example, and they had businesses and like that, and currently they don't have anything like that. They've lost everything due to the Russian officials turning their country into a fucking terrorist regime.
Mhm.
So Putin posed Navalny posed a danger to Putin because in case of elections he could basically, you know, turn a lot of electorate towards democratic vector of development
Mhm.
for Russia, which again I don't really believe, because I cannot say that Navalny is as bad as Putin, but he's a Russian motherfucker who considers Crimea part of Russia and things like that. So it's not like I feel like horrified. It's not like I feel bad for, you know, Navalny sitting there in prison. If Navalny wanted to do something for real, he would have to move to Ukraine, join the Russian freedom fighters, because the only thing that the only place where you can change anything is the battlefield. Unfortunately, you cannot change the situation sitting at home talking about us on the post-Soviet space. You cannot change situation sitting at home, on your job, in your office, etc. You can only change a situation here, specifically in Donbass, on the ground. So that's my point of view. Russians are very different from what West really thinks about them. They don't need democracy. They fucking hate it. Peskov basically said in his interview to the New York Times that they don't need democracy. They don't have the democracy. They have bureaucracy, and they're freaking proud of it. He also said that Putin will have like 90% support from electors. I'm impressed that this number is smaller than like 120% of support, which usually happens in Russia during democratic elections. So as for Navalny, well, I have tiny empathy towards this man because he's not as bad as Putin. But it's not like I'm fucking standing for Navalny because
he's
because
not Mother Teresa, is he? He's still another Russian.
Yeah, he's a Russian.
He's not a Nelson Mandela.
Yeah,
he's definitely a Russian imperialist. He has come out and openly said he believes that Ukraine should be merged back into Russia. I think the way to look at it is, if you had to choose between Hitler and Hermann Goering, you probably would lean toward Hermann Goering, but it doesn't mean he's a nicer guy.
Hitler was a better dancer.
Yeah.
It's people should always choose between two evils because there is no good in Russia.
Yeah.
To choose, it's a bad situation.
It's every it's every despot's dream to have a people that don't want democracy. Of course, you're going to have dictator style lining up to try to get power there, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Russians are being constantly told that you see how this rich, spoiled West lives, how those people on West live, but you don't need all that. Actually, you don't need all the goods that people on the West have. You don't need democracy. We have our own Russian way of doing things. We have strong connection with cosmos, with animals, and shit like that.
We're
it's
probably
a westernized version of Juche. For those who don't know that term, that's the North Korean, we're independent, we don't need anybody's help philosophy.
Yeah, which is great for keeping the lights on at night. You ever see it? You ever see a satellite image? Oh wow. Dunks, we should probably get a few shout outs and stuff caught up here.
Okay. We can do that. Rick Sanchez has gifted 5 Shills memberships to Rud3Y, or I suppose you just call that Rudy, Smokey G, Gary Aldrich, Carl West, and Tor Severstein. Well, thank you very much, Rick Sanchez, for gifting those 5 memberships. We also have a super chat from Commander 401 for $10. Says, quite honestly, Steven Seagal is the worst actor I have ever seen, and all his movies are stupid. There are YouTube channels devoted to making fun of how stupid his movies actually are. Now I'm going to disagree with that because I think Under Siege is a great film. I love that film. The one where he's the chef on the aircraft carrier that gets taken over and they try to steal nuclear weapons.
I have seen that one. Yeah, and
that's a guilty pleasure of mine. That one.
Yeah, I guess, but just knowing who he is and everything in this day and age, it's really hard to even look at his face.
What, you mean the special representative for Russian-US cultural links? Yeah, come on.
Every time I see his face, I get one of his lines in my head. I'm starting to get in a real bad mood here,
Okay,
but again, I think that Steven Seagal didn't even talk to actual militaries before making this movie Under Siege, because imagine a professional soldier, okay, after his contract is finished, after all the experience and crazy adventures that he had, and then he goes, I'm so fucking tired of this army. I gotta do my own business, and then he dreams of becoming a chef. And he had to study somewhere because he had to have a license, for example. And then he goes, okay, where will I have my restaurant? Oh, I will be cooking on a freaking Missouri. Like, why not? Because I love army so much. That's a total bullshit. I'm telling you this as a military.
He couldn't get a job at Burger King, that's why.
Absolutely.
I mean, his food might have been terrible. He might have been deadly as a chef. Who knows?
Probably. I mean, he can't act, so God knows he probably can't cook either.
And we also, just quickly here, we have another quick $5 donation from Grandma Fulton. Thank you, Grandma.
Hey, cool. Thank you.
All right, we're all cut up. Get on with it.
Okay. I think we were back to some viewer stuff then. We'll get to Dave and see how he's doing.
Sure. There are a couple questions here from the Surreal Taco. Not sure how serious the first one is. Is there any photographic evidence of Starsky having been clean shaven? And the second question, does Starsky envision a Ukrainian version of Mossad post-war?
And whereabouts is he supposed to be clean shaven?
Yeah.
So I have to shave, okay? And the reason I have to shave is because I cannot be tactical like other guys. First of all, I naturally cannot be as tactical as them because I'm not a hero like them. And second is my beard usually itches like crazy. And because I'm a baby, I cannot withstand the itching. So I have to shave. This is my scene and my tragedy. But as for the Ukrainian version of Mossad, I totally consider this. I totally consider this after the war is finished, because there will still be a lot of motherfuckers who supported Russians. There are even some European donators who donated to the Russian army, and I think that they will have to be responsible for the deaths of the Ukrainian people. Because supporters of the Russian terrorism should be punished all around the world.
See, that's the wrong response. The correct response is, who's to say we don't have a Mossad-like organization already?
Yeah, that's the correct response. 100%.
Dun. Oh, I also missed a question. Oh, there we go. On it. I did miss a question though from Cheryl, who's been a member for 2 months. Starsky, are submarine drones in development? I don't even know if that's a thing.
Yeah, we received information from our Ukroboronprom. I often call it Ukroboronporn for some reason. I don't know, but it's beautiful anyways. So they develop an underwater strike drones to destroy Russian fleet. I don't think that we had any evidence that they were used as of now. But personally, I would like to see them being used against the Russian fleet, because eventually we will have to free the Black Sea from this unholy, inhumane terrorist organization known as the Black Fleet of the Russian Federation.
Yeah.
Can we name those devices Sharkskis?
Hey.
They already have name, which is way cooler than Sharsky. But I would not oppose that.
Yeah, the big problem with submarine drones is that there's no way to communicate with them. So they have to be autonomous. When you put them in the water, they have to know exactly where they're going, know how to look for things. You have to develop basically a quasi AI to do it.
That
Or
explains
you
why
have to
Dick
have
can't get them on the stream then.
right. And the other issue is that, or not issue, but the other solution is that you use a tethered drone. So it has a cable going back to the mothership.
Oh,
But again, that means your mothership has to be in fairly close proximity to where you're sending that drone in. So it's a complicated process.
right. Right. Let's see here. We should probably have ourselves a moment of fun here. I got something special that we can show the viewers. I don't know if you all know this, but Starsky has a secret alter ego, and well, let's just here. Okay, get ready to do the superhero change there, Starsky. We're gonna show him here.
Hello. My name is Operator Sharksky, and today we will see the first episode of our show, Eating with Sharksky. It doesn't talk for some reason, no? Does it?
Yeah, he's broken the animation.
Ah, too bad.
I'm trying. I don't know why it's not doing it, damn it.
Yeah, guys, I gotta use that one when my connection will suck so much, so I won't be able to talk at all. Yeah, but this is beautiful.
Oh well, we'll get the audio trick for it next time. But yeah, that's our animated Sharksky.
Look, that looks so great. I had no
Yeah,
idea that was
it's a
gonna happen.
it's a beautiful tiger shark. As you know, I like sharks, especially the type of tiger sharks that you can see around Hurghada beaches full of Russian tourists. Those are amazing creatures.
Mm-hmm. And for those that saw it the first time we showed it, usually when Starsky talks, it triggers the shark to talk at the same time. It's actually quite cool. But I mean, everything's broken right now. I have no idea what's going on. I'm not even going to try to fix it.
I blame Elon Musk 100%. In any situation, you can blame Elon Musk.
That's a good philosophy for life, and it'll probably lead you to great places. So I agree.
The thing is, our animated Dick Dawson's working perfectly.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
Let's see here. I don't think we're overly time wise. How are you for today, Starsky? We got about another like half hour.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, cool. So yeah, let's bring the viewers in a bit more here and make sure we're not just all goofing off. We got to get something done here.
No, sure thing. I mean, it still looks great. I wouldn't be so harsh on ourselves. That actually looked really good. I don't think anyone's going to pull us up and say, God, the voice thing didn't work. I'm out. I'm leaving. Fuck this shit.
I am
pushing the boundaries of what's possible here. This is what we do. Let's see. Mdow. I saw a video on YouTube yesterday of a Russian soldier, calling his mother and was telling her that he had stabbed another Russian soldier because he was mocking him and drinking vodka.
What else do you expect?
Yeah. I don't know if that was the seriousness you were expecting there, Dick, but I hope we're being more productive now. That's a curious one. AK Croat 74. Are you going to keep rocking that proven drone killing 74, or will you get the upgraded to UAR 15? Be safe, bud.
Thank you so much, bro. I think I will keep this one because it was issued and I still don't have any issues with it. Max has oh shit, it keeps falling out. Max has a UAR-15 because he's way more glamorous than myself. Which is a problem though, because if some of us runs out of ammunition, we won't be able to feed each other. But anyways, maybe in the future, maybe the day we change our AKs to AR platform, yeah, maybe then I will switch. But again, it's not like I prefer AK over AR-15 or whatever. Bolt rifles are very good. I can use bolt rifles well. I never shot a drone using AR-15, but I think I have to make up for it somehow.
All right.
Epic. Oh, I can carry on if you wish. If there was something else.
Well, we just had
came in.
we just had a few shout outs come in to do there. We could grab Dunk if we want.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, grab me. Ooh. Oh, right. Okay. We have Jan Marie, member for 1 month, Shield Master. Thanks to all you do and to help Ukraine. Ooh, yeah. We have N Hill, who has gifted 5 Shields memberships to Nisto21, Crazy Frank, Jen, Michael Portnoy, and Brad Gans. Oh, you've all been gifted memberships. Well done.
Are you
Welcome to the
okay?
family. I'm just doing what I do. Get up, shut up. We also have Tyler Dowdy, who's gifted $9.99, fitting for the end of Shark Week that Ukraine attacked 2 Russian ships. May the sharks of the Black Sea eat well in the future. Yum, 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 yum.
Yeah.
Hugh G, or Huge, as we just like to call him, is a new member. Sent in 10 Canadian dollars. Love the channel. Oh, thank you. So do we. Do you think there will be more civil unrest in Russia during their next presidential election? Thanks, and I think I said Slava Ukraine, but in squiggly letters. So, do you want to answer that one before we move on? Do you think there'll be more civil unrest in Russia during the next presidential election?
I don't think so. I don't think so because one thing I lost trust in is civil uprisings in Russia, unless, of course, I don't know, there will be a public figure like Prigozhin who will question the legitimacy of the Russian terrorist government, and people will probably try to, support them. But I cannot see such a person today. Kadyrov, he's busy with donkeys. Prigozhin, he is out of play. Like, I don't know. I don't believe it. I believe that the Russian freedom fighters can do that. They can do that. They can have support from locals, and they do have support from locals. But again, it's a different task. I don't think that I can talk on behalf of those guys.
That's a good point. Good point. We have no idea. We'll have to wait and see, I guess. BR Brodin sends in 50 knocks. A drone that submerged just before reaching its target could probably work. Then damage is under the surface. Yeah, get working on that design. We also have a direct donation from Wayne the Sane to Slava Ukraine, and he sends in $63.92 Canadian dollars. Thank you very much, Wayne. And Yvonne Way sends in 5 Swiss francs. Commander 401 sends in $10. Dick, well, it's talking to you, Dick, not everybody else. Is Dick? I do have a video where it was properly animated. as well as new video proving scientifically all Russian trolls are individually celibate. Well, we do know it works because it worked last week. And look, my mouth's not working now, so everything's all gone wrong.
Yeah.
And one more from Lynn S. is sent in.
Shut up,
13, 13.99 Canadian dollars. Thank you very much, everybody. Woo, 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 woo.
Yeah, the technology is just, literally failing as we go here. Is the theme song of the show. What are you going to do? So let's see here. There was, I did want to see if Commander McMillan and Starsky both wanted to address, there was a thing I saw in the news. Russian logistics look to be severely impacted by the attacks on the bridges in Crimea.
Yeah, definitely. And it's not just the bridges, it's also the a lot of ammo and fuel storage facilities in the rear are also being hit. So not only is it harder to move supplies up to the frontline troops who need it, there isn't much stuff in the local area to draw upon to move up to the front lines. So those already stressed logistical lines are now even more stressed because they have to go back much farther to access the supplies they need to transport.
That's I was figuring, because I mean, when you look on the map and you look the bridges and all, it can't be a good thing for them, which is definitely a good thing. Starsky, do you think like there's going to be any sign of effect from that right away, or is that like you see it a week later, 2 weeks later, or how does that actually play out?
I can see that we will. Oh my God, I'm my English is messed up today. I think that we will see the results of those strikes in the nearest future, because Russians rely heavily on those bridges. Their logistics suck balls, as we know, and the only thing they have, the only, let's say, biggest advantage they have right now is being able to use incredible amount of artillery shells on our troops. And if they don't have those supplies, they will start losing very, very fast. So in the nearest future, I think we will see effects from those strikes.
Yeah, I agree. Days, not weeks.
Cool. Well, that's the kind of thing that everybody wants to see, because, sooner the better when it comes to anything that's bad for them. I just need a second here. There's somebody feverishly knocking on my door, and they will not take no for an answer. So we're going to turn to Dave for a couple of questions, and I'll be as fast as I can.
Sure. There was a comment here from Raven saying, I will recruit you, meaning me, Dave, as a co-host. If I start my own podcast, don't tell the Shills. Oh, shit. Never mind. Mr. Spock, new member, patched through the old CCCP2 satellite. Operator Starsky, passcode is it potato. No. I'm going to write that one down.
Yeah.
I think it's all lowercase as well. Just,
You mean they changed it from
saving
password?
that. Yeah. Never mind. Again, Raven's just taken over the show. Ask Starsky about what looks like a new tattoo on his arm. Is that the one you got with Janine? I want to keep calling her Jeannie for some reason. I don't know why.
Yeah, I got several of them. I got the badge of my. Okay, I will show you if video will not fuck up. I got the badge of my brigade and a quote for the Russian terrorists.
Awesome. That's so great. Yeah, it's really cool that you could get them together as well.
That's not how you spell terrorists. just trying to wind him up.
Starts with an R.
Yeah, we have a very, very cool tattoo master in Kiev. The office is called Great Canadian Ink. The tattoo artist is my good friend, and they help Ukrainian army a lot. A lot of his friends in Canada and the US and other countries cooperate with this organization, with the tattoo how we call it, tattoo workshop, and they are awesome. If you guys visit Kiev, if you want a tattoo of a trident or whatever, you can always visit Great Tattoo Inc. It's in the downtown, and they will help you to remember this visit forever.
Very nice. Very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. I wanted to throw out there before I hand over to Dick as well. Now that we've hit the summer, I'm starting to lead holiday camps within UK schools, and we get various different age primary school children. Because of the type of camps that we're doing, we get a lot of the kids that are free school meal or special educational needs or disadvantaged in some sort of way, and particularly for kids that have English as not their first language. And so naturally we are getting a fair few Ukrainians in as well. And I just wanted to throw out there just a comment about how brilliant they are and how they're coping so wonderfully. They just seem to be normal kids that are just living, you know. They're just normal. They're not misbehaving. They're boys are the boys, and they just want to outplank one another against the wall. They're just having these little competitions where they're trying to, you know, where you lean against the wall with your back and then you're sort of like using your abs to stay up. They just love doing that for some reason. And the girls are really, really sweet too. Yeah. I just wanted to throw it out there. They're just really, really good. Could you just send more children our way, please?
Yeah, the Red Cross would do that. What are you talking about?
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, Ukrainian kids are very, very, let's say, polite, educated, unlike kids in
Britain.
yeah. I was just going to say the UK, for example.
no,
Very good. I was staying quiet there.
I had relatives. I had relatives in Lebanon, by the way. I had relatives in Lebanon, and I had a niece. She was Muslim, and from what I saw, how Muslim people, you know, raise their kids, they allow them to do everything. And my Lebanese, man, how you call him, husband of my cousin, okay. He's a Muslim, and he, like, every time they visited our place, for example, and she did like whatever she wanted, like chasing a cat, like destroying my house, and things like that. He was like, look at my lovely daughter, and I'm like, yeah, but no, I mean, it's beautiful because, you know, it's a different culture and it's absolutely beautiful. But Ukrainian kids are absolutely different. We don't spoil them. I do. I do spoil my kids big time because I don't see them much. But usually we don't spoil them, and usually they respect their parents very, very, you know, dedicated. Because like when one family visits another family and their kids start misbehaving, it's like the worst thing ever. You cannot do that. In Ukrainian culture, we need to show that everything is perfect. Our kids are well educated. We are you know, well raised and trained and stuff like that. So when kids start misbehaving, the parents go, dude, like no computer for like 1 year,
Yeah.
starting today, and you will not see your friends anymore, and you will also you know, eat like oatmeal for like 2 years,
Yeah.
and they go, no, mom, please, I will behave well. This is how we
Yeah.
educate our kids, and they grow tough and polite.
I have a foolproof plan. There's a ratio. So if you want your child to behave, that comes down to how many hours per day you tie them to a chair. And if you do it properly, you'll get the ratio where you get good behavior, but you don't have to just put up with them whining in the corner all day because they can't get out of the chair. So, you know, it works for me. It's a Canadian thing, maybe. I'm not sure.
Yeah. But it's like I have friends among gypsies in Ukraine as well. That they also completely spoil their kid. Like it's not I'm criticizing. It's just, you know, I'm talking about different culture, and they completely spoil their kids. They do whatever they want to do. I would be happy if I was educated like that back in my days. I would do like whatever the hell I wanted to do. But what I wanted to say, yeah, my kid, I spoil my kid all the time because I don't see him much. Not only my son, other kids as well. I have a lot of them. But every time I see him, like we go to this toy store in Kiev, and I go, dude, you can select any 3 things you like. He usually comes back with some Roblox toy or whatever, and he goes, I want this thing. I go, dude, go get yourself some freaking drone or like the biggest toy rifle you can find or whatever. He's like, but it's too expensive. I go get them, you know, and I have to convince my son that he wants them. Took me like a month to convince him that he needs to change his Xiaomi Redmi Note 5, which was produced like 10 years ago. Yeah.
Well, I'm going to take you shopping with me next time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Over to the sex stores.
They can
Yeah.
confirm what Starsky's saying as well, because they do come across as well disciplined. Not in a people think discipline's like just hitting them or something, but I don't mean that. I mean they're just following the rules, and they're just very clear on that. But they're also, I mean, particularly the boys, I could just relate to them so much. They just want to pick up sticks and then jump in puddles and things.
That's because they're just like Starsky, because only shorter,
Yeah.
Yeah.
mostly.
And better beards.
It's again, it's a different education. For example, West Ukraine, parents tend to spoil their kids a lot, but it's more about it's more related to boys. For example, because boys in the West Ukraine, those Hutsuls, Highlanders that we have, they are crazy, man. They're completely crazy. People in like central Ukraine, Kiev area, they're more like calm, you know, more concentrated, like, or not concentrated. That's a bad word. The relaxed, laid back. That's the word.
Yeah.
Guys in like in Donbass, again, they're different. And of course, we have like different cultures here, different nations living in Ukraine. Jews, Muslims, Greeks, Georgians, who else? Russians, even, but normal Russians. So they are completely different.
Are there many Tartars in Ukraine still?
Oh yeah, a lot. And speaking of Tatars, I can say that they are also, again, we're talking about children. Yeah, they are also very educated and disciplined, comparing to, let's say, Hutsuls, because like Hutsuls are they're like wild Ukrainians. You can compare them to, oh my God, I don't even know whom to compare them to because they're like so original. My God, it's like maybe Georgians, maybe Georgians, a bit.
There was oh damn it, it's doing that thing where I switched to the browser and now it's trying to reload the page and it's taking forever. Okay, I'll have to wait a second here. It's just another tech fault of the day, you know. Oh, there was the report of a Russian general saying the top military brass betrayed soldiers fighting in Ukraine. Only the headline is so far drawn open for me, so I don't know what the rest of the article is. Too bad, because that would be really nice to have. But if I refresh that browser, I'll also drop out of our little video chat, so I just can't do that. I'm stuck. Oh, well. Yeah, let's just turn it to a couple of viewer things there, because I don't have any hope of getting this browser back, and I don't want to screw up the rest of the things that we're doing.
Sure. Michael's new member said, "What's this about you tying them to a comfortable chair?" Now, if I recall, Dick, you said nothing about it being a comfortable chair.
No, actually, it was designed by the same people that made Iron Maidens back in the day, so definitely not a comfortable chair.
Good to get that clarity. Yeah. New member as well, June. Hello to you. I forget to tell you, Starsky. Great interview with Anna. Love it.
Thank you so much. It was a great experience. Also, it was, I believe, her first interview ever. And we had a really good time in Kiev downtown next to the river. It was amazing.
Yeah, it was great to watch. It was really, really good.
Yeah, I've been promised pizza next time I'm in Lutsk, which, like, I don't know when it happens, but I was promised pizza, so I'm looking forward to
it. Yeah, and for those that didn't catch, I mean, the whole thing with the chair is obviously me kidding. I mostly raise an autistic child on my own. I don't tie anybody to chairs. I just, you know.
I wasn't tied to chair when I was 5 years old, and I went searching a submarine in the forest in Chernihiv Oblast because I was told so by the guys from higher grades. And then I was found by my father, and I spent 2 hours sitting straight on the chair. I wasn't tied though. But this is how I was trained to be a military, I believe.
I know this story from stream long time ago too. That's a funny one.
Yeah,
that's a funny one. Time wise, we've probably got ourselves about 15 minutes or something. So let's get a couple of viewer interactions in, and then we'll make sure we're all caught up on shout outs and whatnot.
Sure thing. Just what I remember, excuse me, Dick, there was a kid a couple of days ago on a camp who is autistic and basically does a few other things, probably Tourette's as well, because he was when he's not shouting bumholes out loud. Bearing in mind this is like a 6-year-old kid, right? He's chanting things like "We love dogs." We love dogs. It's just hysterically funny. I just thought I'd definitely throw that one in. Wayne, hello to you. Any info or thoughts on the university strike in Donetsk last night?
Yeah, we have information that Russians, they tend to project on Ukrainians whatever they do themselves, like striking civilian houses with missiles, like executing civilians and burying them in mass graves and things like that. And they were talking a lot about Ukrainian military being stationed in like schools and universities, which is exactly what they do. If we remember strike on Makiyivka several months ago when they lost between 300 and 600 Mobics. They were stationed in the university. And exactly the same thing happens now in Donetsk. They're stationing Russian personnel in universities. They have a lot of those in Donetsk universities and like other civilian objects, unfortunately. So this strike was intended to eliminate Russian motorized brigade that was stationed there, and we don't know the details on the casualties that were taken yet, but I'm sure that soon we will make this information public.
Duncan Lance in the chat there was asking for Commander McMillan's perspectives on that as well.
I think Starsky covered it pretty well. It was thought to be a legitimate target. Whether it was or not, I'm not sure anybody's certain. I think the issue is that the Russians are increasingly getting to the point where their intel is failing, and so they're just hitting whatever they imagine might be a target rather than confirming that there is a valid target where they're firing. So I think that's one of the reasons you get a lot of firing going on at civilian targets, because they just don't know any better.
Mm.
Yeah, and another thing that people must realize that Russia is the biggest evil the world faces since the World War II. Like, people should not have illusions that Russian army is like a civilized force or whatever. Literally several days ago, I received a comment on my YouTube that the dude was saying that yes, we are stupid and evil and we do bad shit, but one way or another we will kill you all and make Ukraine disappear. It's like one of the rare cases when Russians literally speak what they want to tell, because otherwise they're not allowed to tell what they feel, you know. And this is the truth. They are stupid and evil, and they want to kill because this is what makes them happy, you know. Feeling of having power over the lives of other people and things like that, and this need to be afraid of, you know, by other people. So please don't have illusions regarding Russian army. They are the biggest evil we faced so far in this and previous centuries.
Mm-hmm.
And we have to eliminate this evil, otherwise they will kill us.
Yeah, 100% agreed.
I got a really cool one here, Dick.
Oh, cool.
I wanted to definitely jump in for this one. Philip, I just got a tattoo of the 36th Brigade Patch Dragon Viking ship. Fuck yeah. Can you tell me what the words are in English above the pouch?
36th Brigade Dragon Viking. Let me check it out because I don't remember what it was saying. Wait a second.
This will be cool to know.
That's really cool. I mean,
Yeah.
ideally, you would know before you got the tattoo, but if you trust.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What if
Yeah,
they're-
so it's a quote from the poem of Ukrainian poet Taras Shevchenko, which says, "Борітеся, поборете, вам Бог помагає. Fight and you will win because the God is on your side." And the words about the patch say, "Fight and you will win."
Cool.
Which is, I think that Taras Shevchenko was at some point also was captain, Captain Obvious, you know, because yeah, you can only win if you fight, because if you don't, you will obviously never become victorious.
Yeah. I think Captain Obvious is like a little trophy that you guys secretly pass around in the background around Ukraine, right? That's how you do it.
Yeah, that's our national tradition here.
Should we get caught up on shouts now? Is Dunk still with us? I think so.
Oh, I'm still with you. You know, come on. We have a little message from Commando 401 for $2. Saying, today has been a really bad techie day. Yeah, tell us about it. But, you know, considering all the tech problems, we're here. We're doing it. It's amazing. It's amazing we can even do this. Well, anyway, there you go. Locomotive for $20 to the Boom Fund. Slava Ukraini. Regards from Estonia. Wow, look at that.
Cool.
Christian Cinnamon has sent you $30 Canadian. The note from Kirsten is boom boom, or maybe because it was in bold and in quotes. So Aussie T has gifted 5 more memberships. You naughty little monkey, you. That goes to Jedi Mike, Harm's Way, Buddy Smith, Charles Phipps, sorry, and OR3N1SH11. Glad to see the droids from Star Wars are being accommodated here. Teresa Elizabeth for $19.99. Starsky has the most reliable information about Ukraine. Keep it up, Starsky. Oh
yeah.
That's why we don't get any of those other rubbish people on here. Only Starsky. And Cats says gifted 1 Shills membership, and that went to Droid SXI. I told you, they're all here. The droids are here. AI's taking over. Get out of here! Oh, and before we go, and if we're finishing up on the super chats, I'd like to give a special thanks to Caitlin T for accommodating, or shall I say, putting all the super chats into the Discord so I can read them and not have to look for all them and mess that up as well. So thank you very much, Caitlin.
Cool. And Andrew Petrie in the chat, got to give a shout out to Petrie the goat there. How's it going? Okay, let's switch over to Dave, get a couple more things into from the viewers, and then we can get ourselves good.
Nice. Kathleen also said, Dick Dawson, you're awesome. With a big thumbs up as well.
Thank you.
So we are sometimes nice to each other.
Yeah. It's I like this teamwork thing. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
we faked it amazing.
Dick Dawson's awesome. Yeah. Okay. Never mind. Right.
As soon as
never mind the fucking rest of us.
As soon as Claire and Nick disappear, it's just all of a sudden we're just.
Dick, you're so lovely. You're the best. Never mind Starsky, Commander McMillan, you or me. Fuck the rest of us. It's just Dick. It's all about Dick. Starsky, I don't even know why you bother coming. I mean, honestly, it just be Dick show.
Easy now.
That's his new job. Is it? At what point are you going to be employed for the Dick Show, Starsky? When are you getting this business?
When he get a tattoo of Dick on his bum. It's not the first time he's had Dick on his bum.
That would be the first time I had a brown nose.
Welcome, one and all, if you are new to the stream. And goodbye. It's been wonderful having you. Yvonne, save us. Have you found Fluffy a new home?
Not yet. We're still looking for a new home for Fluffy. It's like it requires my presence because I need to make sure that she will have decent parents. Okay. Sorry. So it requires my presence. Probably as soon as I'm home, I will make an announcement and find some people stupid enough, kind enough to accept this cat as a family member.
All you need is that gullible, loving family. Too funny. No, YouTube Studio's crapping the bag on me now here. Things are really falling apart. We'll see if we even make it to the end of the show. Who knows what'll come out when I push the credits? I don't even know. Maybe the Muppets will play. I don't know. We'll find out.
Oh, we should definitely figure out how to do
It's
that.
like I love Fluffy with all my heart, but she makes me suffer, and I want other people to suffer. So this is the reason why I'm searching for new parents for this beautiful creature. She doesn't scratch, she doesn't jump with her claws, and she's not shredding your legs to pieces. She's an angel, basically.
Yeah, the life of a kitten owner, because kittens and cats are different, right? A lot different. There was there? No, there wasn't something I missed. I'm dealing with web browser pages reloading. It's almost like Google has this new thing in their Chrome browser where it helps you save memory if you click a little thing, and it kind of parks web page tabs and then respins them up when you click them. I've got that turned off. It's everything I don't want because I have many things open, and it seems to be doing it to me anyway. So I'm going to have to take Sergey or one of those other guys over at Google to task or something, I'm sending a strongly worded email, son. Yeah. Well, yeah, Michael in the chat says, pro tip, don't use Chrome. Hey, it's kind of important for a couple services we use in the background. It's really nasty that people do that. Don't base your tech in the background on the Chrome web browser. For the love of God, don't. So let's turn to Dave for a couple more here and make sure we try to get as much as we can in from the viewers.
Sure thing. Couple things. It wasn't me, says the Shills, Operator Starsky, Dig Dawson, Commander Macmillan, Claire, Dave, Dunk. Thank you so not Nick. Thank you so much for today's stream to all of you. Blue heart, yellow heart, and Guy reminds us. Both members for 2 months. Lovely. The game for Ukraine yesterday raised over 250 million quid in a day. Shevchenko's team against Zinchenko's team at Chelsea FC Stadium. You mean Stamford Bridge. And of course, Zinchenko, I think, was playing earlier today in the... No, can't have been playing in the Community Shield final, surely. In the... No. Anyway, lots of money to be raised. Where are you going to spend it first, Starsky? Sushi? It's a lot of sushi.
Sushi. It's really hard to find sushi here. Though Max told me that in my location they even have something like delivery. I gotta check it out. But we are located in the area that spent almost a year under the Russian occupation. It was liberated. So I believe that first thing we should do to make sure that Russians never come back is build McDonald's, to remove this Russian spirit from the area. McDonald's and sushi delivery, and I will freaking move here. I will settle in this location.
Words to live by there. That's true. I would suggest the trifecta is to have a Pizza Hut as well. Maybe
you also got to watch out when you're ordering sushi. It might have a bit of shrapnel in it. You never know.
Could be.
Taco hell.
We've got a Taco Bell and a Taco Time in my town, and between the two of them, they both barely stay afloat. People don't seem to like the American taco restaurant in my area. They're never very popular. Don't know why that is. I don't go to them myself. I'd rather make my own because I can make a real one, not that crap they serve at the place. It's awful. Don't go there.
I
go to the food truck.
Yeah.
It's run by actual people from Central America.
I need to talk to Johnny FD so we could maybe after the war we could organize this taco place in Kiev, because I've never seen, maybe I didn't pay attention to this, but I've never seen any taco restaurant in Kiev whatsoever. So I think it can be successful.
Would be a nice addition if you don't have it, right? You know, for sure.
It got bombed by local Ukrainians.
MJ up north says no shout outs of PayPal. Okay, I'll go over and check again because it could be this whole browser thing, but I haven't gotten any more email alerts. We have 7 in from PayPal so far, and I have done the ones that I've seen. I might have to try to open PayPal. Let's hope this doesn't fuck shit up. Oh God, here we go. I'll take a look here. Because we have had this before, where during a show, PayPal just seemed to stop sending me the emails, and I wasn't getting the alerts. Let's see here.
Yeah, don't move your lips when you're typing your password in.
Yeah. Yeah, well, PayPal, the site too says that there's 7 in so far, and that's what I've read. Maybe I did miss one. Let me just go through quick and look because I wouldn't want to be wrong. Let's see. There was Willow. Yeah, I remember reading that name. This was before I was copying them over to you. And there was Nadav Ben Shlomo. Yeah, I read that one. And there was Little Dickens. Yeah. And then there was Stephen Alaska, Mr. Walsh there. Yeah, no problem. And then there was Ozzy T. And then I think the rest were read out by you, correct, Dunk? Wayne the Scene there and Kristen Cinnamon.
Oh,
yeah.
I don't remember Christian Cinnamon.
Oh, really? Oh, okay. Let's see. Did it go in the other room?
Do it again.
Yeah, you remember it because you did the big boom boom with the echo because it was all in big words and stuff. Yeah.
Kirsten Cinnamon.
Yeah. Okay. Oh yeah, right. Yeah. Okay. So we'll just have to reload PayPal and see if maybe they give me more alerts after. But I think it's them because that's all we have listed here. I'm just totally confused. Everything's broken. It doesn't, We'll figure it out.
Well, if you have sent one in and we haven't read it out, send it again and we'll read that out.
Yeah. No, but MJ and more up north says something missing then. So let's see here. Is it Streamlabs that's wrong and hasn't put it through?
I'll tell you what, while you're checking, should we see if Dave's got anything?
Please. Yeah, good idea.
Nope, no more questions. Carry on. No, there's lots.
We'll think of something.
Yeah. Denise says, please use the goat scream. I think that was just before we actually used it. Andrew was saying, Dick Dawson, hey, mate. Canada flag, maple syrup, moose. Actually, no, there wasn't any maple syrup and moose, but I don't think those emojis exist yet for some reason.
They should.
Their priority. And then, again, everyone's just talking to Dick. Sorry, Starsky, you can just go home.
Well, I'll tell you what, I got a question for Starsky.
Yeah, go on then.
When you're marching up the road to Moscow, when your fantastic, invasion on the Russian states, are there any Russian restaurants you would be considerate stopping at, or is it all shit?
You better bring your food with you.
I was going to say you're just going to be eating rations.
You better bring your food with you because, guys, I visited Russia. There's absolutely nothing to catch there. Trust me. You better bring your food, your cow.
Don't talk about the wife like that.
I would like to have my own cow with me in the conquests, those old Roman soldiers, bringing your cattle, your females. Basically, if you want to survive in a conquest, you gotta bring your Ukrainian woman with you. She will always find food for you and make sure you don't die from hunger.
See, that was the wonderful thing about wars back in the day. Is you basically just like up tent and took the whole family with you, like a big holiday.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's always more fun to fight together with, like, your brothers, cousins, and whatever, shoulder to shoulder. People would go like on a conquest with their servants, their my God, cooks, chefs, and things like that.
Well, they take their own like massive tables and chairs and candelabras.
Yeah, absolutely, and they're like the guys that supported them, that supplied them, they were being paid for that. Just like, I don't know, like modern supply forces that we have in the army. So nothing changes much, except you don't really bring your wives
Well,
to
you
the
need,
front
you
line
need
because
you need to take your wife.
because as we say in Ukraine, you don't go you don't go on a barbecue to the forest with your own firewood. That's why.
Oh, dirty bastard! No, you got to take your wife with you too, because you nothing like having a good argument with your wife in the morning when you get up to set you up for fighting the rest of the day.
Yeah.
Okay, Dick, are you sorted now? You know what you're doing.
No.
Okay.
Oh, hold on a minute now. Yeah, well, okay. We just had a PayPal alert come in on the email side of things. There's no username in it, so I'll just put the name. Graham Morgan sent in $40, 55 cents Canadian drone, Slava Ukraini, with like the thumbs up and the Ukraine flag and a heart. Oh, and the British flag too, or the Union Jack, whatever the hell you guys call it. So I bet
it's only a Union Jack on if it's on a ship.
Yeah, well, no, oh, really? Oh, I didn't know that. It's the UK flag for sure because Graham's got an H in the name. So yeah, we got a Brit for sure. Gotta be. Never see the H without Britain being involved. So thank you there, Graham. Thank you much. Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm caught up there. Still, I'm just waiting to see what the system tells me afterwards. But, we'll take it as we go here. We can probably go back over to Dave then.
Well, before we do that, could I just jump in and says Teresa Elizabeth in the chat says, I sent $20 to drone fundraiser through PayPal. I hope you get it.
If you use the link, I'm sure we'll get it. It's whether or not we'll get the alert from PayPal in time. I'm checking alerts again here now. Oh, yeah, your payment into PayPal just showed up in PayPal, but I haven't got the email alert for it yet. So, funny that. Oh, there it came in. Teresa Schrader sent in 25.75 Canadian support for Ukraine. So it is working. It's just that it works at about the same pace as
banking.
A lazy farm worker at noon. Yeah. There you go.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. I think. Yeah.
And actually, I decided that it would be a great idea to bring your babushka to the front lines with you, for example, because she would make sure that you're always well fed, that you sleep well, that you wear a hat in winter and shit like that. Yeah. On the other hand, I decided that it's probably a bad idea because you will not be able to move properly after seeing your babushka. She will just use everything she has, and you will not be able to wear your armor after that, like 100%.
Yeah.
Back in Kiev. Yeah, back in Kiev. Remember, I told you this, that our babushkas in Ukraine, like, even if you're like a big guy, she will always say, like, oh, you look so thin, you need to eat more, and she gives you like mashed potato and pies and like peaches and cherries and some apple jam with like 10 kilograms of sugar in it. and by the end of the vacation, you gain like 10 kilograms and shit.
Oh,
And
yeah.
Where's
and,
the
back
cow? You've eaten it.
and back in Kiev, when Samantha Williams arrived, we had to visit my aunt, who lives in the house next to mine, and she was, and we just had breakfast, okay, and my aunt, and she's a grandma basically, she's babusia. She goes, "Oh, look at Sam. She's so thin. She needs to eat more." And she brought like apple pie and coffee and jam, and like after that, oh my god, like Ukrainian babusias are amazing. It's like part of Ukrainian culture that we have to preserve, because I don't think that you have something like that.
Now, speaking of aunts, in previous shows, if you read back the closed caption, now please understand when Starsky was talking about an ant farm, he wasn't talking about an ant farm. He wasn't farming ants. He was farming ants.
Yeah. Yeah. You shouldn't farm elderly women that love to feed you. That's not how this is done.
They do like burrowing in the mud, though.
But yeah, there's a big difference there, Starsky, because your average grandma in Canada these days is like, yeah, okay, I saw the kid for 20 minutes. Get that fucking rugrat out of here, you know?
In Ukraine, it's different. In Ukraine, it's like your babusia will be like, "Give me your kids, I will take care of them. You just go do whatever you want to do." And you return, and you cannot recognize your kids because they became twice bigger than they were.
Yeah. Yeah, no, actually, my son's grandma is just very much exactly like that. She literally takes every day off she has. She tries to book with, have my son over for a visit and whatnot and the whole bit. She's great that way. And she's a clean freak, so I never have to worry about the place being dirty. That's all right. You know, although a clean freak to the point where you don't invite her over for supper because that's not going to work out well.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
Good job I didn't complain about the dirty fork.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, she's the type that would literally like go to the table when it's time for supper, and she would get up and rewash the cutlery and the plate and stuff just to make sure. Yeah. Well, and it's really annoying, but you just got to say to yourself, it's okay. It makes a really nice place for my son to visit. It's okay, you know? But yeah, it's funny. I mean, one time I remember I heard her and she was talking to her daughter, who was like my son's mom. So we're talking to an adult, and mom showed up at grandma's place, and grandma was like, "Oh, your pants are kind of dirty. Here, let me just get some of your old clothes out of the closet and we can put those in the wash for you." She's like, "No." Like, but yeah, that's, yeah. So anyway, enough of that.
We decided to promote peanut butter culture in Ukraine as well. So it's worth thing to do, because peanut butter is rich on proteins, and if you work out, you gotta 100% consume peanut butter. So we decided to implement this in Ukraine as well. I'm buying a lot of peanut butter. Yeah, and it's tasty also.
Oh,
yeah.
I love it.
So just so you all know, they need more donations of toilet brushes.
Oh, that's funny. But yeah, we're peanut butter fans here big time. I mean, it's just so good. English muffin, lightly toasted, peanut butter on there, melting into it. Ah, beautiful. Unless you're allergic to peanuts.
Maple syrup as well.
Oh yeah.
It's so good with pancakes. Oh my god.
I got a fuck up for a friend that makes a grilled cheese sandwich and puts peanut butter on one of the pieces of bread before putting it on with the cheese and everything and putting it to fry in the pan. And then the peanut butter melts and drips all over the place. And it's just the most revolting thing you've ever seen in your life. Jim, you know who you are. It's disgusting. Stop it.
Yeah, the other day we so first thing I want to do here in this location is assess sushi places. We already found like hookah bar not far from my location. Like we have civilization here basically. Aside of Starlink and internet, everything else is more or less fine. The other day we had grilled meat that we call shashlik, which is very popular in Ukraine. It was just we were driving to another location, and on the side of the road there was this like a restaurant, and we stopped there because we were very hungry, and we had grilled meat with rice and shit. It was so good. And yeah, I gotta assess sushi places. I gotta check if local sushi are as good as sushi in Kiev, because if they are, I will be impressed. But I gotta do it.
Yeah. Yeah. Very much so. Very much so. Very much so. Somebody reminded me a thing in the chat there. I just got to do the whole peanut butter thing one more time. Sorry about bashing my mic around there. You get those little sandwich maker thingies that, it closes down and you can make little sandwich pockets and stuff. If you put peanut butter and banana and close them up and then just lightly do them into little sandwich pockets, then it's really cool. Good idea then.
I will speak the heresy. Peanut butter and bacon, or peanut butter and dill pickle.
I'm not a pickle guy, but I'll try the bacon one. That does deserve merit. I think that's, I mean, I got the flag here because so bacon, right? Come on,
Peanut butter and chocolate spread wins every time.
Oh yeah, but
maybe
that's dessert. I'm talking about something for the main course.
Maybe tomorrow agrees there, McMillan. My son likes peanut butter and dill pickle sandwiches. Yeah, there you go. Can't believe I heard that twice in 2 minutes. That's,
Hey, shit, we'll go chocolate spread and bacon. Fuck it. Let's throw everything out the window. Let's just go for it.
I'm actually going to try that. That sounds good.
What about
it works? It's salty. It's salty chocolate.
Chocolate covered bacon. Take some bacon that's cooked and then use that stuff that hardens on ice cream.
Yeah. So one of the reasons why I said that if you want to invade Russia and you have to bring food with you, it's because it's true. You cannot even survive on the Russian MREs because they're so fucking bad. In Kiev, when Andrew Mercado was here, we made an unboxing of the Russian MRE, and this shit smells like crazy. You cannot consume that. So the only things that I have, and I believe that I still have it with me, is like Russian sugar. This is Russian sugar from the Russian MRE actually, and it's the only thing that you can eat. It will not turn you into zombie. I checked. Everything else is just crap.
Oh, I remember the demonstration there. It just awful. Oh, must be nasty. I mean,
every country has some MRE that is awful.
Yeah, that there must be, right? There must be.
Yeah. We used to call ours the four fingers of death. which was these four little kind of cocktail wieners in a red sauce. And oh my God, those things were just I don't know how anybody could eat them. Inevitably, if you ate them, you got the runs, and you were probably 50% chance of getting sick too.
Oh, that's great for military action, right?
Yeah,
okay,
exactly.
Everybody ready? Hold on. There's 65 guys on the fucking toilet here. Well, we're coming on time here, so let's get Dave in with just like one last question before we have to bid farewell to everybody.
Yeah, sure thing. I just wanted to make sure I get this in before I return to my babushka duties tomorrow morning at the camp. Do you have any questions that you think I should ask the Ukrainian kids? And I'll try and make sure that, you know, I'll get them to ask you something for next week.
Do they miss home?
Brilliant. I'm going to have a camp full of crying children. Marvelous. Perfect.
Ask
Brilliant.
them what they think about the local food and what's their favorite one, and we will try to promote it in Ukraine.
Cool.
Okay. Nice. Good stuff.
I like that. That's a
Epic.
good one.
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
Oh, there's also a last little comment here from Sidikstra. 6. Operator Starsky needs to try good southern barbecue from Atlanta.
Oh yeah.
100%. When I'm there, guys, I will be just. What's the analog of pub crawling only for barbecue? Well, you know what I mean.
Yeah. I'm drawing a blank, but I'm starving now. We always do this on this show. We get into food near the end, and I am so ready to eat by the time we hit the buttons. We do have some shout out action that we should get in before we're done here. Is Dunk there? Is Dunk ready? Hello? No,
Hey, Dick,
Dunky.
I got a punch. I'm
Okay,
sorry.
buddy. No worries,
Take
buddy.
care.
We'll see you soon, pal.
Okay. Good to see you, man.
Is Dunk there? Hello?
I think Dunk is just, it's like Schrodinger's Yoda. It's
Yeah.
just simultaneously ready and not ready at the same time.
I'm speaking. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we
Can you
can
hear me?
now.
There we go.
Okay. Oh, so you muted me. Okay. Right. Okay, we do have like a quick little soupy chatty thingy from BR Broden for 50 Norwegian kroner. There were 2 Ukrainian soldiers kicking each other's nuts. Doesn't that hurt like hell? No, we were using protective footwear. And it looks like we might have something just coming in hot off the wire right now. Maybe not. I don't know.
Yeah, there's a huge Jets 115 has gifted 20 Shills Master memberships.
Oh, read them out.
Yeah, okay, here we go. We got Danky D, Modem 77, Royal Castriata, got it. Amy Atkins, Anthony Danzer, Psycho, I like it. Golby Hendricks, Adi, Juju B, Revenge, Susulio, I'm not sure. Jackie, Baby Boomer, 1960, Vitality, Simon Shorthouse, Schwinn, Aunt Jur, Goddens, Raber, and Ziggy. So welcome to the family, everybody, and a huge thanks there, Jets 115. What a boom for the end of the show. Wow, thank you. Wow, I did it. Okay. But yeah, I think we're probably wrapped up for the show today. So what do you think there, Dunk? Last words, anything?
Are we all wrapped up, all cuddly and warm, all snuggly wuggly? All snuggly wuggly now, all cozy. Keep Starsky safe. Yeah, okay, let's get the fuck out of here. So Starsky can go and kick some Rushsky nuts. Wear that protective footwear, Starsky, please. So thank you very much for coming. Thank you very much for all the super chats and all the donations and all your lovely comments in the chat. Thank you for everybody for, just being here. Yeah. And of course, you can always share, like, and subscribe, especially the share bit. You can come after the show, watch it again, and leave a comment. That would be great, because all the comments, that pushes the algorithm. So more and more people will see us. And that's what we want. We want people to see Starsky because he's the fucking greatest. So let's all see you all next time. Till next week, kiss me goodnight, Sergeant Starsky. Good night, slummy Ukrainian. Be well.
Oh, sorry, Dave, but you're next, dude.
Please just end this nightmare.
Oh, that's funny. So let's see here. Remember, everybody, pressure your government for proper support for Ukraine, local, regional, and federal. As much as we can do when we get together and whatnot, when we start pushing government money around, shit really starts happening. So make it a priority. Snail mail still exists. Email, just grab one of them on the street and say, come here, you fuck. I got something to tell you. Whatever it takes, you can do it. You can do it. And remember, the support, even moral support, and just, being out there, hearing the news and knowing it, if you're not able to, be chucking money around and stuff, because let's face it, a lot of us can't. It's all good because you're fighting misinformation, you're paying attention, you're keeping up, and you're helping spread the word. So thank you to everybody. Huge thanks to our mods and everything in the chat. We got Shayna and Catlin and to CF Beauty for, helping out so much and doing everything around here. And let's turn it over now to Operator Starsky for last words of the day.
As always, thank you so much for your support, guys. It's very important for us here in Ukraine. Thank you for caring for our families that are stationed abroad temporarily. And you are amazing. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Good words, buddy. And we'll see you all here very soon. Remember, 2 words that you got to keep on the edge of your mouth all the time. Slava Ukraini. We're out of here. We'll see you soon, everybody. Take care.
Boom.
It's over. Go home. Go.